Imagine a product so powerful that it makes money without producing anything tangible. So invisible that most of us buy it every single day without even realizing it. That product is debt. But debt is not an innocent financial tool. It has been deliberately crafted as the most profitable product in human history. It has financed wars, destroyed empires, enslaved nations, and quietly erased the wealth of ordinary people. Yet most people don't know where debt came from, who designed it, or why it dominates our lives so completely. The story of debt is, in fact, the story of money and power. At its core, debt is a contract. You borrow today and promise to repay tomorrow. But the trick lies in interest. Interest turns the future into profit. For thousands of years, societies questioned this idea. In ancient Mesopotamia, debts were written on clay tablets, but periodic debt forgiveness was applied, because leaders knew that if citizens were overwhelmed by debt, the system would collapse. In the Hebrew Bible, debt forgiveness was commanded every 50 years. The idea was simple. Debt is dangerous, and if uncontrolled, it enslaves people. But over centuries, elites learned to use debt not to cancel it, but as a tool for profit and power. In the Middle Ages, the Catholic Church banned excessive interest, but merchants and bankers found ways around it. They disguised loans as trade contracts and created complex financial instruments. During the Renaissance, banking families like the Medicis built their empires not on land or armies, but on lending. They financed kings and popes, gaining not just money but political power in return. Debt had become not just a financial tool, but the engine of power. The real revolution came in the 17th century: national debt. The Dutch sold bonds to citizens to finance their war of independence. Wars no longer depended on a king's treasury. They could be funded endlessly with borrowed money from the future. The Dutch perfected this model, followed by England, which established the Bank of England in 1694. From then on, states began using debt not just in emergencies, but as a permanent source of funding. The profits were immense. Lending to governments was safe because the state could repay through taxes. Wars were financed indefinitely, empires expanded, new markets opened, and more opportunities arose from debt. A perfect cycle. The more war, the more debt. The more debt, the richer the creditors. With the Industrial Revolution, debt seeped into the lives of ordinary people. Railways, factories, and infrastructure projects were financed with credit. Workers earned wages and then borrowed for homes, cars, and daily needs. Debt became part of everyday life. Mortgages, car loans, credit cards, student loans. Modern life was built on debt. And the most insidious part, debt generates constant profit. Every interest payment flows from the debtor to the creditor, month after month, year after year. A 30-year mortgage can end up costing 2 or 3 times the initial price. Credit card debt, if uncontrolled, grows like an avalanche. What begins as a promise can slowly become a trap. Debt is not just a financial instrument, it is history's most successful business model. No factory, raw material, or production is needed. It extracts wealth from time itself. Amsterdam traders, London bankers, and Wall Street financiers understood this best. The system doesn't just manage debt, it creates it, expands it, and depends on it. After World War II, banks found ways to sell debt to households. Mortgages became the dream of the middle class. Car loans, furniture installments, and credit cards turned debt into a consumer product. Debt was no longer shameful. It was presented as the normal path to prosperity. Buy now, pay later. The 2008 crisis exposed the system's fragility. Mass defaults of American homeowners collapsed trillions in mortgage-backed securities. Families lost their homes and savings while banks were bailed out. Yet debt did not shrink, it grew. Today, global debt exceeds $300 trillion, 3 times the world economy. And curiously, these obligations are celebrated as growth. Young people take on tens of thousands in student loans, commit to 30-year mortgages. Governments run constant deficits, and most of us don't notice. Inflation, like a hidden tax, makes paying off debt possible but devalues the money in our pockets. The apparent prosperity is often an illusion built on debt. Debt has now become indispensable. Banks earn interest, package and sell loans, and investors profit from bonds. The system channels wealth upward. The rich get richer, the indebted get squeezed. And ahead of us rises the era of digital debt. Loans approved by algorithms in real time, instant interest, immediate penalties. It looks more efficient, but in reality, it further restricts the debtor's freedom. The conclusion? Debt is not a neutral tool. Don't expect the system to give you financial freedom. It grows by keeping you indebted. Real wealth comes from reducing dependence on debt, questioning easy credit, and recognizing that every debt offer is a mechanism that profits from your future. Looking from past to present, the pattern is always the same. Debt enriches the lender, burdens the borrower, and shapes the world in favor of those who control money. And the bitterest part is that we have learned to celebrate it, to mistake it for progress.